Hi everyone, welcome back to another one of my builds. Today I'm showing you a build that I did using CC. The whole preface of this build was to have a butler's wing so that you could have a butler work for you in your home. So this does use the Vintage Glamour Pack windows and doors, but they are CC windows and doors, so they aren't what you would normally get in the pack that you buy from EA. So keep that in mind. They are built by Peacemaker, I believe. So if you do want to use those, just go on to his website. I will link that down in the description. This is just 2 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms house. So it's made for 2 Sims and then also to have a butler as well. The butler's apartment does have a kitchen, like a little dining room table and a bedroom, so everything that they would need is there. They also have their own separate bathroom. Not that it really matters, mostly just the aesthetic of it. I did go for a little bit more boring colors throughout this house. So the insides are pretty bland whites, light blues, cream colors, stuff like that. And then the exterior I do end up making a little bit more colorful with some accent bricks basically. I also made the roof really low on this one because I wanted it to have like not high peaks. I wanted it to be a little bit more like low profile, I guess. I ended up also running out of money for this one like halfway through. My thought was that I would have 100,000 simoleons to spend on the house, and that would be more than enough because it was just going to be 1 bedroom, blah blah blah. And I ended up running out of that and not having enough to finish the back porch. So the back of the house is lacking, to say the least. But I like the underbrush in the front that I do, so there's that. I also, though, I did forget to do terrain paints underneath the brush, so feel free to add that in if you would like. I might update it just on my gallery just so that it's there, even though it's not in the video. I do end up removing that fountain, though, as well, because it did not fit the vibe at all. So you can see the pathway that I tried to do for the butler's door. I wanted it to be more curved, and I was gonna just use terrain to do that, but I wanted this like marble flooring because it's supposed to look a little bit more like high-end, I guess. So I just ended up sticking with the flooring instead of terrain paint. But I do think that the terrain paint, if there was the right one that looked very similar to that marble, would have worked perfectly, and I could have lined it really well with the brush. Not that I had the money to do it, but you know. So that flooring is Eco Lifestyle flooring. So that's the only reason that the build includes Eco Lifestyle. So if you don't have Eco Lifestyle, not a problem. It's just the flooring, so you can easily change that out. I also did an accent wall in the kitchen. I wish we had like tile that you could place as backsplash, like kind of like a picture, but not as expensive as pictures are in the game. So that you could just put those on the backsplash of your cabinets to make it look like an actual kitchen, because lots of kitchen have backsplash nowadays especially, and I think that it looks really good to have that little like accent in the kitchen without it being all the way up the wall. But we don't have that, so I did one wall that was the tile and the rest that were just that bluish color. Pretty much all of the CC that I'm using is by Peacemaker, of course, one of my favorite CC creators, so definitely have a look at their content. It is amazing. My favorite ever. The only thing that is really remotely colorful in the living room / kitchen area are the plants and the rug that I use. The rug is actually too put together because the size of it was just slightly too small, and if I kind of upsized it, it did not fit. It was way too big, so I just used 2 rugs side by side to create the rug, and it actually blends pretty well together unless you look at it too closely. So yeah, I kind of like that. It's got more neutral tones in it, but it does also have blues and yellows, so it fits in quite well, I think. I added quite a bit of paintings throughout the house as well, so the walls aren't so bare, because I feel like that's something I always think of last and then don't have the money to do it. But I remembered this time. Now this laundry room is like my favorite I always put laundry rooms in my builds because they're so realistic. Like, if you have a house, you're going to be doing laundry. You're probably not going to be going to a laundromat if you've got a house like this. Like, so I always try to make there be a laundry room in my builds because it's more realistic. Also, the laundry set, I believe, the washer and dryer, are by Maxis, maybe? I could be wrong. I will link in the description all of the CC creators that I've used throughout this build, so you can have a look through their stuff. I do go quite far down into some of the creators' content, so you might have to look like a decent amount, but I swear they're all there. I ended up putting a little like built-in closet in the bedroom as well as 2 dressers of different sizes, because I wanted to use the new pack module closet thing, because I think that's awesome and it works really great. I wish though that there were more colors for it. Like, I wish there were more like just solid colors, because I would have picked gray instead of white, but that was not an option, so had to go with white. There's also a computer in here, a little easel, a bookcase or whatever, so there's quite a few activities that you can do throughout the house. I kind of wish you could build your own like shelf as well for the module stuff that just came out. I kind of wish you could just build your own bookshelf like you can with the closet. And I added lots of little decorations throughout the whole build, which is probably why I ran out of money so quickly, because I put so many things in everywhere in every room to fill it out more, except for the butler's quarters, like the little butler apartment. I didn't quite fill out to the extent that I did like the main living area. I also put the little pillows on the couch, which I don't normally do if I'm playing in a house, because then the Sims clip when they sit on the couches. Which I don't love, but I built this one just because I like to build, so I just built it just to build it, so I wasn't worried about the Sims clipping with the pillows, which, by the way, is not a big deal. It doesn't interfere with your gameplay, it just looks wrong, which is fine, it still works. Now those candles, I believe, are not in the build, because once I put the exterior siding up, it deleted them or moved them to the household inventory, so I'm gonna have to go back in. I will fix that before this video is out. So I also wanted to use the custom couch for some part of the house, and I really wanted it to be in the bedroom as well, so I decided to do that there as well with a little pink couch, because I thought that was cute. Now there's only 1 bathtub in this build, but there is 3 bathrooms, so I think that's more than enough. Also, the butler's apartment is pretty bare. I apologize for that. I thought I was gonna run out of money, which I did end up doing. And plus, I feel like it was pretty realistic. You know, you've got a bed, you've got a TV in there, you've got a kitchen, you've got a little table you can eat at, and they've got their own bathroom. So they've got all the necessities. They also have a little like deck towards the side of the apartment there that they can use. I didn't put any furniture on it, but it's easy to go in and do that if you want. I just ran out of money, so I didn't have the funds to spend on the furniture out there. I barely had enough to finish the 2 chairs that I put at the back deck, so I do love the brush though. I do love the underbrush that I did in the front. I wish I could have done it all the way around. If I had the money, I would have. So yeah, the back porch literally only has 2 chairs, which I struggled to even get that. I had to go in and delete one of the bushes just so that I could afford to finish the fence back there, and then I had to go and delete something so that I could have a second chair as well. Which this chair does match the dining room table, so it kind of flows out a little bit, which is good. This is me going through and deleting some of the decorations so that I could afford that last chair. I was hoping too that I could find some items in debug, but it was a no-go. For some reason I have the worst luck with debug. I swear to God I'm forgetting a input, you know what I mean? Like I'm forgetting one of the codes. So, and there we go. Added a little bit of accent brick throughout the whole house just to give it a little bit more dimension. And that is the build. And there are all the packs that I used. Like I said, Eco Lifestyle is only there for the flooring. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.